I've been at TC for a while now. Let's see now. I went 5 years as a student, 2 of those years as a captain. I've been a coach slash counselor for 5 years now, I think. Yeah, okay. Well, on top of that, I've been doing other stuff, right? So, anyway. I remember in TC, I went in grade 9, and we were on Team Genesis, and my team sucked. Big time. They had this banner of like an arc that that was like made out of paper. That was about, and I don't even know what our cheer was. We ended up making our own cheer. Like a bunch of us like created this little rebellion, and we started like doing like TV themed cheers, right, on our own, because we didn't know what we were doing. I remember after that year, I was like, I don't know if I want to go back to this thing ever again. But my friends persuaded me. I was like, okay, fine, I'll go back. So we went back for grade 10, and I remember our 2 captains. One guy's name was Wayne. And this guy had hair like he just like threw his hair dryer into the shower with him or something. And it was like this, right? And he had this weird look in his eyes. He was like, "We're Team Mark. You need to with me." I'm like, "Yes, sir." But this guy was like, it was amazing. This guy like had this like bizarre twitch going on. No, I'm just kidding. No, he didn't have the twitch, but he had this look in his eye. But I remember this guy like he had like energy, right? I remember after 2 days I was sitting there going, I wanna be like you, right? Right? In my grade 11, again, had 2 people, not necessarily as, psycho as the other guy, but again, and I remember we were Team Jahoo, and I was like, what? Jahoo? Right? Oh, okay. And so, with this whole thing happening, and Paul is giving me excuse now. And so I remember after that, I was like, okay, I really want to try this. So the year after, I went for team captain. And by the way, I'm one of the people who helped break one of the rules or create other rules. Because that wasn't that thing. No. Wasn't that. We had this, you'll know now that you're supposed to make a banner no bigger than 3x2. Because back in the day, way back in the day, there were like banners that like 15 feet long. Okay? These are like dragon, things going on, right? People doing this whole, kind of thing. And after a while, people, AFC was like, forget that. Make these banners 3x2. Of course, then, this is the first year when they did the 3x2 rule. And when I stepped in, I was like, how many banners can we have? So we ended up having 3 banners by 3x2. And so you'll see in the rule book now it says 1 3x2 banner. And so I remember the first year, we did this whole, I think we were one of the first years where we started, like, implementing, like, pop music and stuff. So we had this whole, like, boom, there it is kind of thing, boom, Phillips here and all this kind of stuff. And we started doing this thing. I remember our team was, like, we actually, I don't know how. I think somehow it was fixed, but we somehow won. And I was like, oh, okay, that's weird. And so the second year, so in my 5th year, I went back as team captain again, and my coach was great and all this kind of stuff, and it's been cool. 3 years ago, I went to a wedding. I went to the wedding of a friend of mine, and, no, I didn't crash anything. I was invited to this wedding, and so we went, so afterwards, during the reception, you go up to the bride and groom, and you say hi, I'll give your congratulations, all that kind of stuff. So I went up, said to my friend, and who was the bride, hey, how congratulations, everything, and met her husband, and her husband's like, I remember you. I was like, oh? He's like, you were my TC captain in 94. Are you serious? Doing the math, right? There you go. By the way, my birthday was yesterday. Yeah, that was cheesy. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. I remember those captains in my life who made an impact. I don't remember half the speakers. And chances are half of you may not remember me. That's okay. But people remember who their captains are. Especially if you serve God well. Because the fact is, whether you realize it or not, and some of you have heard me say this before, whether you realize it or not, you as captains are the face of team's conference. People in your team are more likely to remember you than anything else. They're not going to, half of them won't remember who was on the media team, half of them won't remember who the speakers were, or who was on the worship team and all that kind of stuff, or who the rec leaders were. They'll remember you. They'll remember you because you have spent the most time with them. And they'll remember you because you are going to be there for some of the biggest moments in their lives. For some of them, it's going to be the first time when they make a decision. For some of them, it's going to be a time when God is calling them back, and you're going to be right there with them because you've been helping them lead. And so whether you realize it or not, over the next 5 months as you get ready, the fact is, for those 2 days, for those 24 hours when you get to spend with your team, people are going to remember your face. And who knows, maybe in 10, 15, 20 years down the road, right? You're gonna bump into someone. They're gonna say, "I remember when you were my team captain in 2006." And of course, you might be saying, "They're going, who are you?" But they're gonna remember. And so, you are the face of team's conference. And so, do whatever it takes. Do whatever it takes to make this experience one that God can move mightily. All right? Amen.